If you're seeing this, you have just passed the test. Congratulations. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Stacy the Intuitive. Welcome back to my channel. And I really wanted to talk about this phase that a lot of us in the collective have just went through of overcoming some type of spiritual warfare that we have just went through for however long the cycle was for you. There was essentially an attack or a challenge that was put out for you on your spirit so that you could overcome some level of darkness, right? A lot of you guys were walking a path completely enveloped in darkness for quite a long time, and you have just come to the other side. And this is validation for you because a lot of you guys are feeling lost as you've just went through that path. And I want to tell you, this is a time to celebrate as you have just overcome, reclaimed your light, and you have been victorious in the face of darkness, in the face of spiritual warfare. And this is one of those, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death moments, I will fear no evil, because it was so purpose for you to go through this valley of the shadow of death, to retrieve the parts of you that were lost there, to retrieve your light, to retrieve your authority over your light, to retrieve your divine right to your light, right? A lot of you along this path, right, were trying to navigate through the darkness, could not see your way, could not understand. You held faith, you held hope, you held on to your inner knowing of your team being with you. And at this moment, this is the moment when your team, when God, when your divine team is validating you and reminding you that they have been there with you the entire time. Your path was purposed. What you just went through was purposed. Your experience was purposed, right? Regardless of whatever it is that you believe in, you know, if you just went through kind of like a dark phase and, you know, the end of it was signaled by a lot of darkness, but also so much internal light. I personally feel like I've just went through this experience, where I felt like there was a dark energy that I went through a little bit, like, just, you know, an attack on my hope, my faith in God and things like that. Not necessarily even an attack. I just think a little bit of an initiation to this next stage of trust and faithfulness. But I say attack energy because it's like the dark, whatever dark that you went through, it kind of threatened to hold you there, to make you feel like you had to take up residence there. And the beauty of it is that the light has come out and you are able to see that you had the whole gang beside you the entire way through. You had God, you had your team, you had the universe all conspiring on your side. And that's what makes this moment all the more special, because I feel like a lot of us have come out of this path and we felt a little bit lost because you've just been walking through this darkness, trying to keep our way. And mind you, while you went through this darkness, none of it hit you. You were comforted. You were supported. Sorry. You were supported, right? You were protected as you went through this path the entire way. And while the kind of moment that you've just been through, this initiating to knowing that you have surpassed this, it might have come with a moment where you felt lost, or like you felt like, what the heck just happened? But it's in that moment that you are able to reach. And if you haven't reached, reach towards God, ask God to help to purify your heart, ask God to help bring the light back in. And I guarantee you, you will feel light again, because it's about your capability, your ability to ask for and acknowledge that support in a real way and know that it's there. That is what this point of your path was meant to get you to, right? So that you could walk through any valley of the shadow of death, through any darkness, knowing that you got a team of light with you to contain also your light as you walked the entire way. Even if it felt like your light was burning very dim for quite some time, at the end of it, there was no denying the light that you have held, right? There's no denying the light that kept all that darkness from getting to touch you at all. So I just want to say, a lot of you guys have just successfully overcome and defeated the devil, because the devil's a liar. The devil had you thinking that you were left and you were abandoned, and that, there was no hope, right? The sun is peeking out. There was no hope, that you have been defeated. But then you came out on the other side, and God was ready. Your team was ready to dap you up, give you the high five that you needed, because you just did what you did. You did what you had to do throughout that path, and you were so victorious, and you were able to hold your light even though the darkness was trying to get you. Right? This doesn't have to feel so extreme, right? Like, I want to preface that a lot of people, like, when they think of spiritual warfare and stuff, they think of like demons and like this negative energy trying to get you. But really, it could just be your doubt, right? Your lack of faith. It could be things that try to whisper in your ear and tell you that you shouldn't have faith. It could be circumstances in your life that get you to feel like you're all alone, like you don't have God and the divine walking with you. A lot of you guys have just had a little bit of that energy challenge within you, and you were able to rise to the occasion, honey. Snaps for you, because you rose to the occasion. right? You rose to the occasion and you were a beautiful co-creator with God and the divine as you walk through that darkness. And your victory is on the other side of that door. The beauty is that coming out of this darkness, right? The only way for you to come out of it was to recognize that there was light. And at the end of it, you recognize that there was light. A lot of people get stuck in their darkness and they forget the light. They don't strive towards it anymore. They live in the illusion because their flame, they've allowed it to be dimmed. But you didn't, right? And now that darkness serves as a pivotal, a very significant factor on your journey. It serves as a piece of your toolbox, right? You know how to navigate through it now. You know how to let it work with your light. You know how to let it support your light. You know how to bring balance to the light and dark in your life. So congratulations, because you have just reached an all new level of faith, of divinity, of power, of authority. And you did that. So I just want to come out here and say that you shall fear no evil, right? Because you know that God is with you. You know that God is comforting you, supporting you. And at the end of this, y'all, God has prepared a table before you in the presence of the darkness, of the enemies that tried to get you to feel like there was nothing on the other side for you. So I just wanted to share that, guys. I don't always like share Bible verses and stuff here, but I do use the Bible as a valuable tool. That was one of the first prayers that my dad always taught me, and I will always remember it. And that this moment came through for me. I was like, oh, that resonance. Like, I'm so grateful to have, you know, just like the spiritual knowledge that I have before I've oriented on my own spiritual path. So I just wanted to share that because I know I was referencing the Bible a lot, and I don't do that a lot, but I take lots of value from the Bible, even though that's not like my primary method of spirituality. So I really wanted to share that message with you guys. Congratulations, collective. You did that. I'm so proud of you. And I just want you to know there are many blessings awaiting you, right? The blessings that you are allotted, that you are deserving of, are on the other side of the door of where you've just been. And it's a lot of light, right? It's a lot of light. It's a light within you being acknowledged. It's a light that's always been around you being acknowledged. So get ready. Okay, a lot of y'all, maybe you're still at that point of feeling lost, and this is supposed to be that hopeful message that's going to get you going forward, that's going to support you on your path forward, right? I want you to look at the light that is still around you, and the light comes from recognizing that God and the divine were with you always throughout. There was never a point in the journey that God and your team and the universe were not there supporting you. Never. You were never alone. So even though you might have come to the end of it and you're feeling a little disoriented because what the heck did you just go through? What you need to be looking back at, what you need to be acknowledging, is the divine light in your life right now. The divine light that you have just locked into, okay? It's beautiful. So thank you guys so much for watching this. Be sure to like, comment, and follow. And also, I'm going live weekly, so stay tuned for my weekly lives where we have conscious conversations, we do readings, we talk about spiritual things. Maybe we do, we explore different spiritual texts and things, but we are trying to just build a community of consciousness and spirituality. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.